noon. Then Saturday night, skies will be clear with low around 39. We expect sunny skies on Sunday with a high near 72. Skies should be mostly clear Sunday night with low temperature around 40 degrees. Then Monday, sunny skies with a high temperature near 72. We do have a chance of showers after midnight Monday night with partly cloudy skies, low around 48. Then Tuesday will be sunny with a high near 76. Tuesday night, skies will be mostly clear with low around 47. And Wednesday, sunny skies again with a high temperature near 77 degrees. And that is your noon hour weather update brought to you by all of us here at KSMO, where it is now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
Mornings? Nope, not my thing. But when I imagine a McDonald's breakfast in my hands, suddenly the snooze button is out of the picture. With McD's 2 for $5 deal, I can mix and match a steak biscuit, sausage McMuffin with egg, or bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. It's like a fist bump from breakfast that says, you got this, time to gear up and seize the day. The breakfast hype is real. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. The doctor who took the stitches out told me it might take a year to get all of the feeling back in my finger. It could have been much worse. There were no broken bones, the cut was deep, thus the nerve damage, but I was able to stop the bleeding in short order, and I didn't have to drive myself to the emergency room. 4 stitches on one side, surgical glue on the other, a gauze contraption that drew an inordinate amount of attention to that finger, and a tetanus shot, and I was back in business. Sort of. I'm one of those people who is handicapped without the use of my right hand. A Smart Aleck resident physician told me it would be a good exercise for my brain to use my left hand for a change. I asked him if he wanted me back in ER. One of the key educational messages and reminders we offer our listeners on the radio network is to stay alert. Pay attention to detail. Do not become complacent and lose the edge needed to stay safe during harvest season. Be prepared just in case something does go wrong. I won't lie. I was not paying attention when the car door slipped from my grasp and my hand was in the wrong place. I was running late for an appointment and in my haste became careless. Many of you have wrapped up harvest. Others are feeling the pressure to get it done. Even with safety at the top of mind, accidents do happen, so it's in everyone's interest to be proactive and make sure that someone on your farm or at your business knows basic first aid and CPR. Be sure you have a first aid kit and fire extinguisher readily available, just in case. Get sleep, take short breaks to refresh your mind and body. Eat right, drink plenty of water. Don't get in a mad rush, and don't cut corners. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
October is Soybean Cyst Nematode Action Month, and Nick Tinsley with BASF says farmers have tools to protect their soybeans, like crop rotations.
We're also fortunate that a lot of the varieties we have in our seed catalogs have resistance to soybean cyst nematode. Definitely something that should be incorporated into a management plan.
He says it's estimated SCN causes U.S. growers over $1 billion of yield loss each year.
There are seed treatments out there, like Alivo from BASF. In addition to being a fungicide with activity on sudden death syndrome, it's also a nematicide, and so it's going to have a direct negative impact on soybean cyst nematode.
Tinsley says Alivo offers protection no matter the growing conditions.
Having that protection against both is going to provide somewhere in the neighborhood of around a 4.5 bushel benefit, and that's what we've seen over the past decade or so with Alivo.
Formulate your SCN plan by visiting scnactionmonth.com and learn more about Alivo by contacting your local BASF representative. Always read and follow label instructions.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free.
Hey, it's Fitz from the Country Top 40, and we're getting ready. We're going to see if Luke Bryan remains at the top with Love You, Miss You, Mean It. Anything could happen. So we'll see you this weekend for all the hits on the Country Top 40 with Fitz right here
Sweet chocolate reward. Sweet chocolate reward.
This is not just the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat at Walgreens. This is the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat right after receiving all their vaccines in one trip. This is the sound of treating yourself, because you protected yourself.
Stop by or schedule both your flu and COVID-19 vaccines today and grab yourself a sweet treat while you're at it. Vaccine subject to availability. State, age, and health-related restrictions may apply.
Direct cash cattle trade is picking up and cash hogs are sharply lower at midday. Hello, I'm Megan Grebner with your Brownfield Livestock Market Report. Direct cash cattle trade activity is picking up some steam. A light trade is developing in the north at $296 stress. That's about steady with the previous week's business. Asking prices are at $189 to $190 live in the south and $298 plus stressed in the north. Bids in other parts of cattle country are at $187 live in the south. Look for business to pick up over the balance of the week. Box beef is higher at midday on solid demand for decent offerings. Choice up 69 cents at $319.82. Select is $1.78 higher at $294.15. At the Hub City Livestock Auction in South Dakota, the best test on yearling steers, 800 to 849 pounds, are mostly steady. Steers 900 to 949 pounds and 1,000 to 1,039 pounds were $2 to $6 higher, while steers 950 to 999 pounds were $2 to $4 lower. The best test on yearling heifers, 800 to 849 pounds, were $2 to $4 lower. Calves were not well compared. The USDA says the market was active for yearlings and moderate for calves. Quality was plain to average overall. Medium and large one feeder steers, 903 to 946 pounds, brought $241.75 to $254.25. Feeder steers 958 to 997 pounds brought $238.50 to $242.50. Medium and large one feeder heifers 802 to 846 pounds brought $235 to $241.50. Cash hogs are lower at midday with just a handful of negotiated business. The cash hog market continues its second week of lackluster performance. Processors aren't getting aggressive in their procurement efforts and haven't been moving a lot of hogs. Demand remains critical to the market as supplies of market-ready hogs are ample. While global demand has continued to show strength, domestic demand has been inconsistent. Barrels and gilts at the National Daily Direct were down 241 with a weighted average of 75.71. The Western Corn Belt had no comparison, but a weighted average of 75.71. Prices at the Iowa, Minnesota, and the Eastern Corn Belt were not reported due to confidentiality. Butcher hog prices at the Midwest cash markets are steady at $60, and pork values are sharply higher at midday, up $223 at $97.08. I'm Megan Grebner for Brownfield.
This Spotlight on Soybeans is brought to you by Missouri soybean farmers and their checkoff. Missouri Soybeans Research and Agronomy Director Blake Barlow says the organization conducted a survey to determine direction for what research will provide the most help for soybean farmers and the greatest return on investment.
Whether that's through pest management, they need new traits developed, wanting to see what the biggest issues on their acres are.
Through research, Barlow says new technologies can be identified, leading to new ways to grow soybeans.
It might be as simple as increasing our population on certain acres, or something as simple as planting date, or something as complicated as diving into the genomics of a soybean.
You can learn more online at mosoy.org and check out the Spotlight podcast from Missouri soybean farmers and their checkoff.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary Midday Livestock Report. It is now time to take a look at updated funeral announcements brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today. Be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. Mary Ann Cuddy, age 86 of Salem, passed away Monday, October 14th. Graveside services for Mary Ann Cuddy will be Friday at 12 noon at the Stonehill Cemetery. Visitation for family and friends of Mary Ann Cuddy will also be on Friday from 11 in the morning till 11:45 at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Memorial contributions may be made to the American Cancer Society. Envelopes will be available, and all arrangements for Mary Ann Cuddy of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Judith Ann Wilson of St. James passed away Monday, October 14th, at the age of 78 years. Funeral services for Judith Wilson will be Saturday, October 19th at 11 o'clock in the morning at the St. James Chapel of James Gar Mortuary. Visitation for family and friends of Judith Wilson will be Friday afternoon and evening from 5 until 7 p.m. and to be at the Wishon Cemetery, St. James. Memorials are suggested to the Eastern Star. Cards will be available, and all arrangements for Judith Ann Wilson of St. James are under the direction of the James Gar Mortuary of St. James. Linda Carol Hawthorne of Steelville passed away Saturday, October 12th, at the age of 68 years. Funeral services for Linda Hawthorne will be Saturday morning at 11 at the Britton Bennett Funeral Home in Steelville. Visitation for family and friends of Linda Hawthorne will be Friday afternoon and evening from 5 to 8 p.m. and will be at the Steelville Cemetery. Memorials may be given to the Epilepsy Foundation, 222 South Merrimack Avenue, Clayton, Missouri, 63105. And all arrangements for Linda Carol Hawthorne of Steelville are under the direction of the Britton Bennett Funeral Home of Steelville. Richard Rick Charles Day, age 74 of Salem, passed away Saturday, October 12th. Funeral services for Rick Day will be Saturday morning at 11 at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation for family and friends of Rick Day will be Friday evening from 5 to 7 at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Burial will be in the Cedar Grove Cemetery. Memorials may be made to the American Heart Association. Envelopes will be available, and all arrangements for Richard Rick Charles Day of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Nidra Maxine Lowe of Salem passed away Tuesday, October 15th at the age of 102 years. Funeral services for Maxine Lowe will be Monday, October 21st at the Bunker Tabernacle, Bunker, Missouri. Visitation for family and friends will be at the Bunker Tabernacle on Monday prior to the service from 11 a.m. until service time at 1 o'clock. And it will be at the Bunker Cemetery, Bunker, Missouri. And all arrangements for Nidra Maxine Lowe of Salem are under the direction of the James Gar Mortuary of Salem. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker. And be sure and check out Your World Today online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that cost you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free.
It is now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus. SBU Salem Campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU's Salem Campus today at 501 South Grand Street or call them at 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. The Dent County Opioid Settlement Committee will be meeting at the Dent County Associate Courtroom at 112 East 5th Street tonight at 6 to establish and approve bylaws, select committee officers, and review the application process before adjourning. The meeting was called by Lieutenant Rick Letchworth from the Dent County Sheriff's Department, and the meeting tonight of the Dent County Opioid Settlement Committee is open to the public. The Dent County Commissioners met for their regular meeting this morning in the courthouse. Commissioner Wes Mowbray was not in attendance due to a prior commitment. In the road report, District 2 Commissioner Gary Polk said it was too dry to grade and the work crews would be replacing a crossover pipe on Dent County Road 4290. There was no report given for District 1. Presiding Commissioner Gary Larson said he attended the Transportation Advisory Committee meeting last Thursday at MRPC, and most of the discussion was on the concrete problems with the Interstate 44, and some of it will have to be replaced. He said he also attended the South Central County Commissioners Association meeting Friday in Houston. He said the commissioners discussed stories concerning mistreatment of citizens by the National Park Service Rangers in the Ozark National Scenic Riverways and are creating a plan of action to bring to the NPS to see what can be done. Dent County Clerk Angie Curley said she balanced with the treasurer on all monthly accounts for September. She said Tuesday will be the first day for no excuse absentee voting. Wednesday is the last day to request a mail-out ballot. Her office will be open from 8 in the morning until 12 noon on Saturday, November 2nd for absentee voting or changes to your voting registration. And the last day to vote absentee will be Monday, November 4th from 8 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon at the courthouse. She said so far, about 300 people have voted absentee during the excuse portion of that voting. The next meeting of the Commissioners will be Monday morning at 9 o'clock at the courthouse, and the meeting will be open to the public. The Missouri Department of Conservation has announced important changes to fall turkey hunting regulations. Hunters must now purchase a new fall turkey permit, regardless of whether they're using firearms or archery. The permit is separate from the archery deer hunting permit. The combined harvest limit for fall turkey hunting has been reduced from 4 to 2 birds of either sex. In the Ozark region, the average fall turkey harvest over the past 5 years has been 597 turkeys, with 55 to 75% being hens. For deer hunters, the antler point restriction has been removed for counties within the chronic wasting disease management zone, affecting 13 counties, including Phelps. MDC Protection Captain Gerald Smith reminds hunters to purchase permits before hunting. Properly notch permits immediately after harvesting an animal, and check deer or turkey by 10 p.m. on the day of harvest. Notching can be done on paper permits or through the Mo Hunting mobile app, even without cell service. The archery turkey season runs through November 15th and reopens November 27th and continues until January 15th, 2025. Fall firearms turkey hunting is now through October 31st in open counties. For more information, hunters can visit the MDC website. The Willie and Stephanie Strader family of Salem were among the families honored during the 67th Annual Missouri Farm Family Day held August 12th at the Missouri State Fair. The Strader family was selected as the Dent County Missouri Farm Family by University of Missouri Extension in Dent County and the local Farm Bureau. The family includes their son Brady and daughter Presley. They live on their family farm in Gladden, which has been in the family since the early 1900s. Each year, the fair sets aside a day to recognize farm families from across the state that are active in their communities, involved in agriculture, and or participate in local outreach and extension programs such as 4-H or FFA. The Strader family has a cow-calf operation, and they also raise show lambs. Presley shows lambs competitively at the state and national level. Even though Brady no longer lives at home, when he comes back to visit, he's thrown right back into the thick of things. The annual event is sponsored by 5 partner agencies: the Missouri Farm Bureau, the Missouri Department of Agriculture, the Missouri State Fair Commissioners, the MU College of Agriculture, Food and Natural Resources, and MU Extension. The Missouri Department of Conservation encourages people to enjoy fall foliage through camping, hiking, driving tours, or even floating. In our area of the state, autumn has been slow to arrive. Flowering dogwoods have bright red berries that match the brilliance of their changing leaves. The black mockernut and pignut hickories are showing signs of their bright, beautiful yellows. Perhaps you may have noticed some dots of purple near the ground. That's our native aromatic aster, and that's so important for late-season pollinators. The best place to see color so far is down by our scenic rivers, and you may notice some of the bottomland species changing colors. Sycamore is either yellow or entirely defoliated. Enjoying the fall colors along the rivers, a refreshing change for after months surrounded by deep greens. Take advantage of the great weather and get yourself and your family outside. For reports on other areas of the state, the Conservation Department offers weekly online fall color updates from agency foresters all over the state at mdc.mo.gov/fall color. Ozark National Scenic Riverways is still offering a series of guided hiking adventures this fall, showcasing the natural beauty and rich cultural heritage of the Ozarks. The 2024 Fall Hiking Series runs until November 9th, featuring hikes that are free and open to the public. This Saturday, October 19th, hikers can enjoy the Klepzig Mill excursion, which is a 3-mile trek through the Rocky Creek area. The Autumn Colors hike will be at Devil's Well on Saturday, October 26th, and offer a 4.6-mile journey through diverse landscapes. That same evening, families can participate in a short Halloween hike looking for glowing spider eyes in the haunted hills at Alley Spring near Eminence. The series concludes on Saturday, November 9th, with a hike to honor veterans, which is a 5-mile round trip to Steagle Mountain. All hikes begin at 10 o'clock in the morning, except for the Spider Night hike at Alley Spring, which will begin at 6 p.m. Hikers are advised to come prepared with appropriate clothing, gear, water, and snacks. For more information or details on meetings or locations, call 573-226-3945 or visit the park's website. These guided hikes offer a perfect opportunity to experience the fall colors and diverse ecosystems of the Ozarks while learning about the area's geological and cultural significance. A native warm season grass seed production workshop will be held Friday, October 25th at the Wardock Research Center in Cook Station at 164 Bales Road from 9 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon. The workshop is a great way to diversify your farm operation, as attendees will learn about native grass seed production with field demonstrations on harvesting and seed cleaning. Extension specialists will be discussing regulations and testing, harvest methods, and financial tracking. The cost is $35 per person, and if you need more information or you'd like to register, contact Rachel Hopkins at 573-438-2671 or go online at extension.missouri.edu/events. Please make your reservations by Monday, October 21st. An accident occurred in Dent County at 1500 Route MM, about 10 miles east of Salem, Saturday afternoon at 4:10 that left a Salem man with serious injuries. According to the Highway Patrol report, 22-year-old Joseph Kirker was operating a 2008 Honda motorcycle and traveling northbound when he was apparently traveling too fast and traveled off the right side of the roadway and overturned. Kirker was flown by Arch 6 helicopter to Mercy Hospital in St. Louis. Kirker was wearing safety equipment at the time of the accident. The motorcycle sustained extensive damage and was later towed by the owner. That has been a look at local news. News brought to you by SBU Salem Campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU Salem Campus, contact Admission Counselor Chris Welch at 573-729-7071.
What are your plans for the future? Do you need a boost to generate a new plan, or can't afford to go away to college, or your work schedule won't allow you to go? Let Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus be the boost. SBU is committed to flexibility, expertise, and the state-of-the-art technology. We now offer 2 new associate's degrees in teaching and Christian ministries, along with master's degrees in education and business. For more information, please contact Admissions Counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071. SBU Salem Campus is your higher education with Christian principles.
Healthcare.gov is here for you when life happens. If you lost your health coverage because of turning 26, going off Medicaid, leaving your job, or moving, you could be eligible to enroll in new coverage now. And if you need to update your coverage because of marriage or having a baby, you could also be eligible. But don't wait. There's a limited time to enroll. Check your eligibility at healthcare.gov today. Life happens. Get covered. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Looking for something for the family to do this Saturday? Check out the Fall Fun Fest at Turtle Cove Farms at 10,031 Highway H near Lenox from 8 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon. There'll be a scavenger hunt, chicken race, pumpkin painting contest, and prizes for all the events. There'll also be a bounce house and face painting as part of the festivities. Also, the Lenox Rural Fire Department will be there having a food fundraiser. So make plans to be at Turtle Cove Farms Fall Fun Fest this Saturday, and don't forget to follow them on Facebook at Turtle Cove Farms.
Have you checked out the Country Mart website at www.tcmarkets.com? If not, you really need to. You'll find their weekly specials, coupons, inside the store information, and also tasty recipes from TC Markets on there as well. Plus, don't forget to like Country Mart's Facebook page. Like or comment on it for a chance to win something from the deli, and the winner will be announced on Wednesday each week. Just another reason to shop at Country Mart in Salem.
Here at KSMO Radio, it is now time for a look at news from the Missouri Net. Then stay tuned. After the top of the 1 o'clock hour, I'll be back with our latest weather forecast.
Have you seen Townscreen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at Advanced Chiropractic, Jet Tires and Auto, Salem Bowling Center, and Terrell's Complete Auto Care, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Townscreen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained. Townscreen in Salem.
This is Bill Wise with the latest Appetite for Pork report. Today I'm talking with Dr. David Newman, Senior Vice President of Market Growth at National Pork Board, about how your pork checkoff dollars are working to bring more U.S. pork to tables around the world. Dr. Newman, the pork checkoff is always working to drive demand for U.S. pork. For consumers here at home, how are you encouraging them to buy more?
Traditionally, the consumer in the U.S. has been from the boomer generation. They've been heavy pork users. They know what they like. But as boomers start to eat less pork and they start to exit the marketplace, we need to be focused on this consumer of the future, millennials and Gen Zs. They have tremendous purchasing power, and as that purchasing power shifts into these new generations, we need to make pork relevant to these buyers.
Thanks again, David, for talking with us today about how the pork checkoff is building a bigger appetite for U.S. pork. You can find out more information at porkcheckoff.org/radio.
It is now time for a look at local and regional sports, being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. The Salem Volleyball Lady Tigers will be in action tonight against the Lady Panthers of Mountain Grove. This will be the last home game of the regular season for the Lady Tigers. If you can't make it to the game, you can watch the varsity game live on KSMO Media's YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook page. The JV action will start at 5:30 with the varsity game to follow. The West Plains 7th and 8th grade football Zizzers are coming to Salem to face the undefeated Tigers during their Pink Out game this evening. This is the last game of the regular season for the middle school football Tigers. During their undefeated run, the 7th grade Tigers have only allowed 14 points while scoring 241 points of their own. With one fewer game on the season, the 8th grade Tigers have also only allowed 14 points scored, as well as scoring 210 of their own. The 7th grade game starts at 5:30 with the 8th grade game to follow at 6:30. The Mountain Grove boys and girls cross-country teams are coming to Salem to participate in a meet with the Salem Tigers. Use caution while driving in the area around the Salem High School and Middle School campuses. St. Louis Blues will be hosting the New York Islander tonight at 7 o'clock. You can listen to the game live on KSMO Radio, 1340 AM or 95.7 FM with the pregame to start at 6:30. And that has been a look at local and regional sports brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
Missouri Net Sports, I'm Bill Pollock. The Blues look to avoid a third straight loss. They're hosting the Islanders tonight. Head coach Drew Bannister wants to change some things up by going back to something he's been familiar with. Robert Thomas and Jordan Kyrou on a line together.
They're two players that we need to get going, and they need to be top players for us. And I think this is a way to give them an opportunity to kind of get back and get on track and start playing some real good hockey for us, because we need them if we're going to have success.
Well, Kyrou has played well, 2 goals, 4 assists. He's a +3. Robert Thomas has struggled, just 1 goal and 3 assists. He's a -4. 7 p.m. drop tonight as they take on the Islanders. Not only are fans looking forward to Sunday's Super Bowl rematch between the Chiefs and the 49ers, so are the players. Juju Smith-Schuster looking forward to heading out west.
You heard about a great defense, all around, from their secondary to the front of their line. I think it's just a composition. These two Titans, the team has been going at it for quite some time now, and I think it'll be nice to get back out there, playing Cali again, and just go out there and have fun.
Chiefs chairman Clark Hunt offered an update on where the team stands with their stadium options. Everything was put on the table after Jackson County voted down extending a tax that would have kept the Chiefs at Arrowhead. Hunt says that is still an option.
We've been looking at a lot of sites on both the Kansas and Missouri sides, as well as talking to the political leaders in Missouri about perhaps renovating Arrowhead.
Mason Wynn is being honored for his phenomenal first MLB season. The Cardinals shortstop named to the all-rookie team. He had elite defense, hit .267 with 15 homers and 57 RBIs in 150 games. He was just named a finalist for the Gold Glove Award earlier this week. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
Have you lost Mo Health Net? At healthcare.gov, you can find a low-cost, quality health plan.
Do plans cover doctor visits?
What about emergency care?
And prescriptions?
All covered and more. Plus, with the new law, 4 out of 5 customers can find a plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Enroll today for coverage starting the 1st of next month. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
This November 5th, be sure to finish your ballot and vote for your judges. Missouri's judicial system gives voters the final say in retaining their judges. So know your judges before you vote. Visit yourmissouriJudges.org and learn about the nonpartisan judges up for retention this year. That's yourmissouriJudges.org. It's up to you to help make sure we have skilled, fair, and impartial judges. Know your judges and finish the ballot proudly. Visit yourmissouriJudges.org.
Paid for by the Missouri Bar, Misha Epps, Executive Director.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services needs your help building a safer environment for older adults and adults with disabilities. Some forms of abuse, such as financial exploitation, neglect, and bullying, are often overlooked. If you believe someone is experiencing abuse, call Missouri's Adult Abuse and Neglect Hotline at 800-392-0210 or report online at health.mo.gov/abuse. Together we can stop adult abuse. It's a crime.
What's up, y'all? It's Fitz from the Country Top 40, and if you missed us last weekend, Luke Bryan had the #1 song in country music with Love You, Miss You, Mean It. But he's got some competition. I can tell you that Post Malone and Blake Shelton are right behind him. They are all going for that #1 ring with the bling, so anything can happen. We'll see you this weekend for all the hits on the Country Top 40 with Fitz right here.
Hi, it's Andrew Hoiberg from Calcium Products. Rapidly correct and maintain your soil pH with 98G pelletized limestone to protect your fertilizer investment. Applying 98G at 200 pounds per acre provides a 9.4 bushel increase on corn and a 3.1 bushel increase on soybeans. Ask your agronomist about applying 98G pelletized limestone this fall and learn more at calciumproducts.com.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the American Legion Post number 99, Looking Glass Salon, Salem Senior Center, and McCoy Vision Clinic, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, Town Screen in Salem.
With news on MissouriNet, I'm Marshall Griffin. Missouri voters will decide in November whether to ban ranked choice voting and non-citizens from voting. Ranked choice voting lets voters rank candidates by preference instead of choosing one winner. As for citizenship, the Missouri Constitution says that, quote, all citizens who meet requirements can vote. Amendment 7 changes the language to, quote, only citizens can vote. Harvest season is here for Missouri's homegrown nuts like black walnuts, pecans, hazelnut, and hickory. Department of Conservation Forester Aaron Holsample says to keep an eye out for your competition.
Just know that you're competing with all the wildlife out there that depend on these nuts for a food supply as well.
Holsample is referring to squirrels, turkeys, and ducks. And the Missouri Department of Social Services has requested funding to hire 220 additional workers. New budget documents say the $14 million funding request would be used to support increased caseloads in the delivery of welfare benefits to low-income residents, such as Medicaid and food stamps. This is MissouriNet.
Join our team making a difference at the Missouri Division of Senior and Disability Services.
We are sometimes their only support system. They don't have a voice until we come along and are their advocate.
It's important to me there's a mission behind what we do. Here the mission is making sure we're protecting and advocating for people who can't.
But at the end of the day, I kind of feel like I've done something. You get that here.
Apply for jobs online with the Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services at mocareers.mo.gov.
Missouri politicians banned abortion, and the consequences are devastating.